Hi, this is Josie Titus from 3C Fusion. I want to share something with you today that I come across quite a bit, and it's a really big determining factor about whether somebody is going to be able to create the kind of success that they want. I see this when I'm speaking, when I'm working with groups, or whether I'm doing one-on-one coaching. It's the same phenomena that shows up quite a bit. And what this is, the tell of whether there's going to be success accomplished by these individuals or not, is what I call the nod. Now, the nod in itself is not a bad thing, but what it looks like is it could be a head bob, or it could be somebody enthusiastically jumping in and wanting to share a story of something similar, an experience that they've had that reflects what the topic is that I'm teaching on, or maybe just hearing in their own head or saying to themselves that I've heard this already, right? So it's great if that's true for you and it's actually working for you. But the reality is that it's not true for most people. They're agreeing, but they're not actually doing. The reality is that people who engage in the nod are often closed off to hearing the nugget of wisdom or the opportunity that's there for them to learn, to expand themselves. And the reason that I think a lot of people do this is because you want to appear like you already know what you're doing. I mean, you're a pro after all, right? And I want to repeat that because I think that's so important, that quite often the behavior is that you do this because you want to appear like you already know what you're doing. And what's really mind-boggling is that this happens whether it's at a free training or whether somebody's highly invested their money and their time to show up to an event or to coaching. We don't like to be wrong. We don't like to look like we don't know it all. So my question is to you, really, do you already know what you're doing? And I would hazard a guess that the answer is no, because you're showing up for the training. So an easy way to tell if this is you is to ask yourself when this comes up and you notice it. So ask yourself, do I already have the success that I'm wanting to achieve in this area? And if you're answering no, that's great. Then the next obvious question is, well, how do I take this and apply it to my business or to my life? And if the answer is yes, fantastic, because now you get to ask yourself, what else can I do with this? What more is there for me to know about this? You see, experts are continually evolving themselves. They will show up and listen as though they're hearing something for the first time. And then they look for, how can I use this? See, for them, it's never wasted opportunity. But the person who shows up and says, I got this, they're the ones who end up struggling for their success. So after you listen to this and you're out there and you're striving for success, you're hearing a nugget of information, ask yourself, are you really listening? Are you really evolving yourself to become the expert that I know you can be?